So I'm Richard Gilpin from Gilfresh Produce, and we're based in County Armagh, so we're in one of our pumpkin fields. We're a wide range of festivals all year round, and at this time of the year pumpkins is the big crop. We started growing pumpkins about 6 years ago when one of the local retailers asked us to try and provide Northern Ireland pumpkins for them, and it's just grown ever since. So that year we started about 4 acres of pumpkins, and this year we're in excess of 150. We started harvesting the second week of September, and we're currently 6 weeks into the harvest. So this year we hope to harvest in excess of 500,000 pumpkins. It's a lot of work compressed into a couple of weeks. The majority of our pumpkins go into supermarkets in Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland, and we also supply some of the pumpkin patches and wholesalers across Northern Ireland as well. We grow different varieties depending on the size we want. With supplying supermarkets, there's very tight restrictions around what we can supply, so it has to be your perfect pumpkin, a good colour, good shape, a nice stalk on the top as well. As the teams are harvesting, they're also grading. Anything that's not going to meet the customer spec, they'll leave behind on the field, and that'll be there for the birds to eat on the seeds. Our pumpkins are lifted by hand, so we'll start off, a team will go through with knives and they'll cut them off from the vine, and then another team will come through and lift every pumpkin and set them into a large wooden box. These boxes are then brought back to our factory where they're washed and the label put on them for the supermarket. This year has been an ideal year for growing pumpkins because we've had the heat. Pumpkins love sunshine. Last year was more challenging. We didn't have the heat, so we struggled to get the bright orange pumpkin that you're used to. Pumpkins are actually a fruit. They have seeds in them, so they also require pollination. So we bring bees into the field, so we have different hives across all our fields, and that allows us to get better pollination across the plants. We're trying to reduce the pesticides we use on pumpkins, so we will do mechanical weeding in between the pumpkins, and we will use hand weeding if we have to. We're seeing a massive push towards local produce. All our retailers are really looking to have local on the shelves, so it's just giving us the opportunity, can we meet that demand? We initially started with the pumpkins, growing all our pumpkins from transplants, so the seeds are sown in a glass house and they're raised up and then planted as already seedlings. We're now moving towards trialling direct drilling, so that's us putting the seed directly into the ground, and that's helping to reduce the peat used in the process. We're very proud of producing local produce, reducing food miles, and in turn reducing the carbon impact that we're having. Competition for land would be a big challenge for us at the minute. With the nitrates regulations, there's a lot more land needed to consume the nitrates, so we're competing against that as well. Staffing is a big issue for us, so most of our crops, so our pumpkins, our spring onions, our cabbage, our broccoli are all harvested by hand, so we require a lot of staff. So we're working with the seasonal worker scheme, the SAWS scheme, UK-based scheme, so workers can come in for 6 months and work on the farm for us. We're big believers in educating the local community on what we're doing, so we'll go into schools and tell them about the different vegetables we grow, and pumpkins is an easy one that we can talk them through. We can show them how we plant and how they grow. And all the pumpkins we grow, although most people carve them and they're for display, they're all edible, so it would be great to see people starting to eat the produce. It was an Irish tradition to carve a swede before carving a pumpkin, but a pumpkin's a lot softer skin and easier to carve, so the trend has moved towards the pumpkin. So we still grow and supply swedes, so there if anyone wants to carve them as well.